I think I want to say a couple things to the entire audience and also for our county council representative to hear from my perspective as mayor. Jim, you touched on it. You know, we're not experts in community redevelopment. I mean, we're not experts. We don't know the law that goes along with it. And I just want to publicly say, because you're not going to hear it, Jim, that the buck does stop with me. I'm the mayor. I apologize to you, and I apologize to Chad Shilsky. I really apologize to Chad for applying for a grant that you thought you could get, and then being told afterwards, after you've committed to the work, that you couldn't do it. I apologize that that happened. I apologize that I even asked you to sit on the board as a friend. And Jim, I apologize that 2 years after you get a grant, we tell you to pay the money back. That should have, those things should have been handled way before. And publicly, as the mayor of this city, I think we owe you an apology. So,
thank you.
Having said that, the kind of people that we want to sit on a CRA board are business leaders, and I know that while I haven't spoken to John Kinney about it, John, I know that you want to expand your business, but you sure as heck would like to.
Can't right now.
Right. So, what's your flavor of sitting on the board?
Well, it's not only do you not receive any benefits at all by sitting on the board, but it's exclusionary the way the rules are written, that I can't, being a county taxpayer on these units for 4 or 5 years, can't receive any kind of grant program to build out the unbuilt out 525 square feet I have across the hall from me. I built out the fish market and then a yoga studio prior to that, about 150 out of my pocket, can't do anything. And being the condo association president of the Shops of the Colony, about 16 units down there on Flagler, that association eliminates them from receiving any kind of grants down the road. So, I mean, it's...
Sure, and I guess the point being is that you might not have decided to sit on the board had you known you'd be excluded from any type of grants.
Oh,
and,
I absolutely wouldn't have.
And the same goes to Chad, and I just feel that it's, you know, it's an unfortunate situation. So we are where we are. We have 3 vacancies on that board, and we brought it up at the city commission, the last city commission meeting. Is there a different way to restructure the CRA and to bring it under the purview of the city commission? And that's kind of where the discussion went. And I said, out of respect for the members on this CRA board, I wanted us to discuss it openly amongst our group. And Jim, that's, regardless of what the way it was communicated to you, I think every one of the city commission members respects and is, I couldn't tell you, couldn't be more happy with the progress that this CRA has made in the 2 years that I've been mayor. I mean, I can't say enough good things. But nonetheless, we have certainly, the media has slanted some of the decisions that were made, and it was mistakes that were made by the city. But we are where we are, and we have to make decisions on how we want to move forward and what's best for the members that sit on the CRA board and what's best for the city, but most of all, what's best and what's most transparent to our citizens.
Mayor, I appreciate it. I really do. I've known you for a long time. You know, I consider you a friend, and I respect you professionally, and I appreciate that. You know, that's water under the bridge. You know, those were some mistakes made, and that's fine. You know, there's a difference of legal opinion as to whether there was any violation. There's still nothing that has shown that either Commissioner Shilsky or myself or any other preceding CRA commissioners. You know, let me point this out and make it perfectly clear. There's a lot of commissioners that got grants. It was just beyond the 5-year parameter that they felt the statute of limitations. So that's the way we've been operating since 1985. I came to New Smyrna Beach in 1974. You know, I love New Smyrna Beach. I've served on the CRA for over 10 years. You know, people ask me, why do you serve? Well, one, I really used to enjoy it. I used to really enjoy it. Number 2, I thought I made a difference. You know, I really did. I thought I made a difference. I can tell you now, I don't enjoy it anymore because it's gone beyond a disagreement in philosophy. And I mentioned this to the mayor, and I'll say it publicly. You know, If you disagree with the concept of a CRA, so be it. Don't attack the CRA commissioners, okay? It's just inappropriate. And you need to support your commissioners. You don't need to agree with our decisions. But if your concept is that CRAs are taking money from the city or the county or whatever your reasons are, then I think you need to limit it to that. So as far as the grants and things go, you know, I'm past it. I felt really bad for Mr. Shilsky. I'm 55 years old, you know, I'm 300 pounds, I'm an old grizzly lawyer, you know. This is a young man. And, you know, and now we've got Commissioner Peterson here, you know, and he's a young man. And the problem that we have, if you take this, you know, any interest whatsoever should disqualify anybody from serving on a CRA, you would not have anybody that could serve, not only that would serve, because right now, folks, you have nobody lined up as far as I know. Okay, nobody lined up with applications. That was what the mayor told me this morning. If you say you can't benefit, then guess what? How do you function? You have to either live in the district, work in the district, or own property in the district. If I make a decision that impacts the district, such as Badcock or Penny Save or any other decision I'm going to make, that's going to have a positive economic impact on me personally. So, you know, how far do you carry it? The problem that we've got with commissioners is a real problem. And like, you know, the mayor said, and Mr. Kinney said, you know, I've talked to people that are sitting in this audience, asked them, you know, would you consider serving on the CRA? You know, you're bright, you know, you're a business person. You know, you're the type of people we want to see. They're like, well, I would, but, you know, I'm hoping to get some grants myself. The problem that you're going to end up with is either the city commission will have to take over the CRA, which is, you know, that's fine. I got no problem with that. You know, I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But if the city commission doesn't want to take it over, you're just not going to have anybody that's going to be willing to serve. So that's what you really need to look at. Now, specifically on the makeup of the CRA, you know, I'm willing to continue to serve as long as we have a CRA.